right, woohoo, good morning everybody, friends, family, fans, and Finish Line Focused. Fabulously fine folks. It is Wednesday, and I know that I do it different each time sometimes, and I do that on purpose. Wednesday, July 19th. Look at that pile of rocks. We're still here at the shelter, the campground. Cur Dog is right over behind those rocks, I think, folding up the last of his gear. Somebody's got a tent set up over there. Anyway, I'm gonna start hiking the Appalachian Trail. Looks like I gotta go right through there. So I gotta climb up those rocks. All right, I'll turn the camera around here in just a minute. All right, nothing like a good technical climb to wake you up and get the blood pumping. So, all right, yesterday evening when I got into camp, I was, as you could tell, down, low, discouraged, hurting, and usually a decent night's sleep will remedy that situation, and today is pretty much true, although I think I was doing better, after I ate supper. After I ate supper, stuff like that, I don't know. But bottom line, I am doing better than yesterday, which is a good thing. And here's what I wanted to say last night, my little mini sermon. You ready for life lesson learned? Or a little sermon? So, in our spiritual lives, the measure of our faith isn't measured when we're on the mountaintop. When things are going well, anybody can be strong for the Lord. It's when we're like Paul, being beaten and stoned, can we still sing praises to the Lord at midnight in the depths of the prison. Paul and Silas, by the way, don't leave out Silas. But anyway, the depth, the strength of our faith is not measured in good times, it's measured in bad times. That's when you can tell how faithful someone truly is, how strong and committed their faith is. When we're in the midst of massive spiritual warfare, heavy attack and personal onslaught, whatever, that's when you can tell how strong someone's faith is. It's the same thing physically also, mentally and emotionally on this trail. The strength of the resolve, the mettle, the determination that we have to finish this trail isn't measured when you feel good on level ground. It's measured when you're down and tired and so soaked in sweat that your body's breaking out in rashes and stuff because it's been so many days since you've done laundry or showered or whatever. So many days of just being soaked. And by the way, you may think that's gross, but there is zero use in taking a shower and doing laundry when 5 minutes into the day you'll be just as wet as you were when you laundered the clothes. So it's something to think about. But anyway, the measure of our determination, etc., isn't measured when things are going well. It's measured when things are tough. And let me tell you, on the trail, it doesn't matter who you are, how good of a hiker you are, how light your pack is. It doesn't matter. You're going to have bad days and rough times. You're going to have thunderstorms and hail and cold and heat that's so oppressive you can barely breathe. First thing in the morning, you're going to have climbs that you think, are going to kill you. That's the Appalachian Trail. And if you want to come out and hike it, you have to be ready for all of that. Not just some of it, or good stuff, or pretty views. You have to be ready for the huge rock scrambles in the feet that every single spot hurts, and the shoes that are worn out and you're slipping in the mud, but you've still got 60 miles before you can get to, a new pair of shoes or whatever. A shower and laundry, you've got, 60 miles or 80 miles or whatever. And between you and that new pair of shoes or hot meal or shower or whatever you want, between you and that spot are mountains and rock scrambles and technical climbs and creeks and dry springs. It's someone that has legitimately through hiked is a superhero, because you have to overcome massive emotional and mental and physical things. And if you throw in a spiritual element to this, the enemy does not want me to complete this hike. And the enemy, guys, for those of you that aren't into that kind of lingo or whatever, is Satan. I'm a follower of Jesus, and I am out here on a mission trip for the Lord, and the enemy does not want me to complete that. And so he's going to attack wherever he can, whether it's at home or here for me or the kids or whatever. He's going to try to prevent me from doing that, and that means emotional, tug of war, etc. Just difficulties that it's where you're the weakest at the moment. That's where our enemy wants to attack us, and he uses sometimes people that we love to do it. It's crazy, but I've dealt with that a long time, and I'm glad to be in the fight. I really am. It doesn't make things fun, but anyway, point is, we all, myself included, are going to face extreme difficulties in our lives, whether you're hiking this trail or whether you're recovering from multiple hip surgeries or whatever it may be. We're going to face difficulties. And so the measure of our resolve and determination, our personality, what makes us who we are, the measure of that is not determined when it's easy, but when it's hard. And I'm determined to keep, marching forward. I may have to take days off. It may take me an extra week to summit or whatever, but I'm determined to keep marching forward. I believe that's what the Lord wants me to do, and by golly, I'm going to keep doing that. So there you have it. There's your sermon for the day. There's your life lesson learned. Take it. There you go. Wow, just maybe a mile to a mile and a half out of camp. Stopped at a little stream down at the bottom of this mountain and got some cold, clear water. Oh, it's delicious. Hydrated up a little bit and topped off my bottles because water's a little weird today. There's one stream and then you got to go clear to Bear Mountain, so it's like 8 miles or whatever, 7 miles without water. So, and it's been so humid. I'm sure I'm a little behind. Anyway, drank some and wow, got up here to the top and look at the gorgeous view. Remarkable. I had no idea southern New York was this mountainous. But she is mountainy, steep little mountains, bouldery, fairly legit, for sure. Oh, I haven't said it in a long time because I haven't really needed to, but you have got to earn these views. This is the top of Bear Mountain, and wow, that was a good little climb. Definitely opportunities to build some leg and calf muscles. Yep. Beautiful. And there's a decent little breeze too. Thankful for that because I am running sweat. Gorgeous. All right, earlier I was showing the crazy view and saying you had to earn it. Well, you did, and it was crazy cool, but I thought that was Bear Mountain. I was sadly mistaken. That was West Mountain, or I should say this is West Mountain. That over there is Bear. So now we get to go down West Mountain, and then opportunity to grow stronger by climbing Bear Mountain, and then going down Bear Mountain into the park. Woohoo! Yeah, at least it's super hot and crazy humid, cleansing pores of impurities with no water between. Yay. But there are soda machines up on top there. We're hoping they have Gatorade. Alright, so been climbing Bear Mountain now for a little over 30 minutes. And that's looking back across at West Mountain. So we went down that and then back up this one. Wow, like I said, I had no idea that New York was like this. New York is a wake-up call. You kind of get a little lazy and maybe a little cocky and a little arrogant that you can do quite a bit. You're a pretty good hiker and can do quite a bit of miles. And then the heat soars and the humidity goes off the charts and you hit southern New York and it just beats you like a huge sledgehammer. And now I mean, the speed for which Cur Dog and I are hiking is about half what it's been. And it is extremely tough. Extremely. I am hoping it's mostly the heat and humidity, because I'm really starting to like doubt my abilities to hike this, because I mean it is killing both of us. My legs feel like it's just full of lead. And shoot, we've only gone, 5 miles or something. Maybe 6. I don't know. It's crazy how long it's taken to do this stuff. So anyway, there you go. That's just New York. Boy, I'd heard people complain about a lot, and I guess I heard them complain a little bit about New York, but my goodness, it's humbling, I'll tell you that. All right, one more little notch higher than before. This is an interesting spot. It's just like a wide open bald top, but there's these little dips and craters in the stone. It's kind of interesting. I decided I'd show you. Somebody's shooting down there. Beautiful, hard work, but beautiful. All right, at the top of Bear Mountain, I want to make sure this thing's recording. Yeah, I think so. At the top of Bear Mountain, just had 3 Powerades, a bottle of water, and a Coca-Cola with my lunch. Some Pringles and a couple of bars, power bars. So here's the view. This is amazing, truly amazing up here. What do you think, Cur Dog? Cool. You're live on camera. My mom thinks you don't talk. She's like, does Cur Dog as quiet as he seems on the videos? And Halo laughed. Ha ha. All right, we've made it down off of Bear Mountain. Ta-da! There it is. Actually, coming down was a breeze, literally and figuratively. Super nice. Very wide path, steps, and yeah, really nice. Really a nice trail. So following Happy, who moves quickly, so we went quickly and did it very well. So hey, you want to say hey real quick and tell us where you're from?
How's it going? My name's Happy, and I grew up near Niagara Falls, New York.
And what do you think of the AT?
I love it. It's great to be out hiking past the 1,400 mile mark.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thank you very much. We'll talk to you later. Somebody running around the lake, more energy than we have. All right, we're going to be coming up to the zoo, I think, here in a minute. So that'll be awesome.